The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie, the big homie show. Swoo. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go. And tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hype this video. Yo, stop playing with me and hype this video. Stop playing. You comment, I comment back. It's the big homie. Act like you know me. Hey, yo, listen. I heard about the little niggas. Listen, I ain't that type of big homie. You feel me? I'm a real big homie. I'm out here giving you the good advice, telling you what to do. I don't send people on no dummy missions or no bullshit like that. I ain't no blood, no crip, and no gang member. I'm a mentor, big homie. Okay? Act like you know me. Nieces and nephews is your favorite uncle at the barbecue. Give me some. Now, let's get to this DNA interview on 15 Minutes of Fame. Shout out to Brother Raw. He ain't my uncle, he's my brother. We around the same damn age. You gotta relax. We're gonna get to this interview, man, because it's up for debate. You know, a lot of people are saying DNA is tripping. Some people are saying he's keeping it 100. But we gonna, you know, the big homie himself, aka Debo, is gonna tell you how he feel about this situation. So let's get right to it.
In your opinion, what is the state of battle rap? What is the state of battle rap, and where do you see battle rap going?
You see battle rap ending right now.
You see it ending.
That's ending.
That's deep.
I see it ending. It's almost like a nostalgia thing. Like, yo, you remember when them niggas used to, yo, remember when D3AD used to, like, and the reason for it being is I feel like not too many times do you see people actually, right? And so it's multiple things. Not too many times do you see people actually, right? And what I want to choose my words wisely with this. What I mean is, it's like a bunch of people saying, right? It's like a bunch of NBA players saying, yo, the NBA is not paying us right. We want to run the NBA on our own. And then they start running the NBA on their own, and then they realize how much important Adam Silver and David Stern were because they had order and they had structure into the NBA. And the fans at one point said, yeah, we want to see the players run the NBA. But now when the players is running the NBA, the players got too much emotion into it, and at the end of the day, they still players. One thing in battle rap is nobody don't know their role. Nobody don't know their position. Bloggers want to be battle rappers want to be league owners, and league owners want to be battle rappers. Everybody got to play their lane. Everybody got to play their lane and understand their role. That's the problem with battle rap. A league owner don't need to always be on the camera, always on the screen. They need to set up battles. They need to be innovative, switch it up, be creative, do things differently. The battle rapper don't need to try to sit there and be the league owner because that's not your forte. If you're going to do one or two things, think that the grass is greener on the other side, do your own card, realize that money ain't there, boom, And the fans, y'all need to stay in y'all place because y'all should support the culture, feed into the culture, give the criticism, but not think that you're an actual battle rapper and come with the disrespect and actually do things that set the culture back by sitting on the culture. So that's one take on it. The other take on it is that people equate the popularity of battle rap into money. And it doesn't go because this is something that was created for free, right? So when you generally see people say, oh, look at all these views, because You never had to pay for these books, right? This is not behind a paywall on Netflix where you have to subscribe to this for a certain amount of money. This is free on YouTube. Now, right, it's the battle rappers' fault and it's the supporters' fault. The battle rappers battle too much to where they're not 100% all the time, but I get it because as a battle rapper, you got to take every check that you could take to provide for your family because ultimately we do not get paid what we are worth and what we should be getting. But in the process of that, because you don't blog and you don't show people your personality, and most battle rappers don't have a YouTube channel, merch, or actually come up with projects and say, F the streaming platforms and I'll sell it myself to make up for that money so they don't have to take battles, you shortchange yourself, oversaturate yourself, and now the consumer doesn't believe in purchasing a pay-per-view because they're watching somebody mess up and it's not worth the money that they're spending. Now, for the consumer, they're saturating the game because it's like if you want to see your favorite battle rapper get paid and elevate, you shouldn't be a part of bootlegging the product because the product can never be sold because everything is based on numbers. So when people complain about caffeine, shout out to caffeine, the numbers at the time, right? This is before bootlegging was a thing. Just always remember the numbers that URL was able to show on what they generated on pay-per-view sales was the reason why they got to deal with caffeine. Which then made somebody say, I'm going to take a chance and put X amount of dollars into this, even though they never got a return on investment. But that's the theory. Now it's hard for URL or any league to go get a deal because the pay-per-view numbers are being bootlegged. So when you're laughing saying I'm bootlegging this event, you're actually stopping the growth of battle rap because nobody is going to want to invest money in it because the numbers don't look the same as it does before. So the decline might not be the same because the interest is still high. You have a bunch of people talking about it. But now, if you're looking at somebody that's looking at numbers in business, why would I invest and put money in this and take a gamble with this when I'm seeing these sales? And the sales are down because everybody's bootlegging. So it's a combination. Battle rap needs a reset. Everybody needs to fall back from 6 months, reevaluate what's actually going on, reinvent what's going on, and then come back and start over from the top.
That's not a bad idea, but do you
time to put in this work. I agree with everything DNA say. Okay? Right message, wrong messenger. And here's why, DNA. They just seen you get into a musical confrontation with a cat by the name of Jay Mills. The consensus have said that you lost that battle. You feel like you won. You feel like you did your thing. That's fine. Now, perception is everything. Now, with that said, what you just said on this thing right here about battle rap, a lot of it I agree with. But they don't want to hear that from you because they feel like you're coming from a place of hurt, meaning that they feel like, oh, since Jay Mills won the battle, you know what I'm saying, on some beat shit versus you, you know what I'm saying, you feel a little salty right now and shit because people is not feeling you right now. They ain't looking for DNA. They ain't checking for DNA, such and such, or whatever. Now, to hear that answers to no DNA, you understand? And I'm saying not from a super personal standpoint, but from a place to know that DNA is an artist first. DNA loves the sport. He loves the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture, the sport before it's money. You understand? Now, when it comes to DNA and whatnot. So him feeling the sport he knows and loves so much, the pastime he's done, the great moments, the traveling around the world to hear his bars, his freestyles, his rebuttals, and all that, it's being put in the back burner. It's not how the yesteryear was when everybody was in ooh and ah of the talent, not the popularity and not the views and somewhat, if you will, right? So I say DNA is with all right to say what he has to say. He's put in work. He has all but, you know what I'm saying, earned his spot to say things like this. He does. But he also has to understand that timing is everything. So saying that at a time like this, when they feel like the perception of DNA is making a lot of excuses and not being accountable or owning up to, quote unquote, the loss of him versus Jay Mills, and he's just throwing excuse after excuse after excuse, could be valid on the fan side as well. So who do they listen to? Who do they listen to when that question is actually asked? You know, I don't have a dog in this fight. You know what I'm saying? I've done this battle rap thing for damn near 17, 18 years. You understand? You already know about Queen of the Ring. I don't have to run that down to you. You know what I'm saying? I still own it to this day. Now, battle rap is not what it once was. Okay? The golden era, from what I feel, the golden era was 2009 all the way to 2020, a little bit before the caffeine era. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about caffeine. Caffeine was the getting money era. Everybody was wearing Gucci, Louis, Burberry, Balenciaga, all that crazy brands and stuff like that if you was in that caffeine matrix and stuff. Salute to URL. URL constructed that deal, you know what I'm saying, and made things happen for a lot of people, including myself. And listen, that shit was fruitful for URL and for Queen of the Ring. And just, you know, they was just, listen, the masterminding of Beasley should be studied because he was collecting a lot of battles for their catalog. You know what I'm saying? They was able to get it showcased on Caffeine, obviously, and, you know, put that on their YouTube channel or the app, rather, and whatnot. A lot of things have you know, contributed to how DNA feels today, or how a lot of people feel about the battle rap of yesteryear not being of today. You know what I'm saying? One is being the app. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Once URL got that app, they said, we ain't putting these little battles on YouTube no more. That's a dub. Those battles go on the app. $7.99 if you want to see it. Subscribe to their channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great business move because a third-party app like YouTube don't, you know what I'm saying, suit a business such as a URL. You know what I'm saying? They CPM rate could be as higher than everybody else's. So what? They still getting pennies on the dollar, right? Pennies on the dollar, where they probably sat down and say, yo, this is what we're probably making on YouTube. This is what we could probably try to charge when it comes to this app. So we can have guaranteed secure money. Not saying YouTube is not paying, but I'm talking about guarantee on their terms. You understand? They know their subscribers. They know their numbers. They know their analytics and stuff like that. They got all those details on their own app where everybody was boo-hooing and, oh, URL don't fuck with the culture no more, this, that, and the third. Y'all got to remember that this is a business. Because you see how everything else just failed as far as the bootlegging with pay-per-view and all that. Imagine they would have just been on YouTube and shit and not have their own app. Because the views on YouTube for battle rap, anyway, are dwindling. Hard body karate. You know what I'm saying? I know all those brands, King of the Dot, Queen of the Ring, RBE, so on and so forth, are not getting the views that they once was getting. So that $7.99 is guaranteed every mother effing month into their paywall. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not counting their money and stuff like that. It just is what it is. It was a great business move that y'all didn't see the forest from the trees. I'm talking about y'all, the fans, the people that was complaining and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They're actually keeping battle rap alive via paywall, though. You know what I'm saying? Where people want to see free. You know what I'm saying? I could understand that too, because y'all felt like it was free, but you know what I'm saying? In actuality, YouTube ain't free. Shit. You got to pay for that phone to get YouTube. It may look like and seem like it's free, but it ain't free. You still, you know what I'm saying? If you see YouTube through your TV set, you got to pay for the TV set. You got to pay for whatever Optimum or Verizon and shit like that a month just to get a YouTube. What makes you think YouTube don't got no money in that? No deals in that, you know? So don't be mad at the black man. Well, you should be mad at the other man. I just had to, that was some Marlon, the Wayne brothers shit. But anyway, is battle rap dead? DNA said yes. The gall, DNA, how dare you? Respectfully speaking, I will say this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you put in a lot of work to have an opinion, but you can't dictate or determine what is with battle rap. No one can. Battle rap, the people say that. You feel what I'm saying? If they feel like it's dead, they'll move on to something else. But battle rap is not dead because URL is still doing something. Why you ain't on a volume, DNA? Get on a volume. Get on one of those URL joints and shit like that. You got the power too. You know Beasley. You know Smack. You can call them at any time. They owe you that at least. You know what I'm saying? Negotiate what you negotiate. That's on you. But they owe you that to get you on volume or whatever title they have on URL. You can get on that. You choose not to. You dig it? So battle rap is dead in a sense of the yesteryear, the golden era, the creativity, the star power, and all that stuff that we was going, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, empires do crumble, they do fall. They don't sustain forever. Kingdoms and queendoms, they do fall. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a long rule of forever. There's no such thing as forever. So in this thing of anything, things do have their peaks and valleys. And battle rap is at its valley right now, not at its peaks. And that's okay because it'll evolve into something else when somebody creative comes around and say, well, we could do this. How about this? Let's change it to this. And they have powerful resources to make that happen. You got to remember when we all started this battle rap thing, King of the Dot, Elements Battle League came in 2008 on YouTube. Then came Grind Time. Then came URL. Then came Queen of the Ring and King of the Ring. Then came Block City. Then came Street Status. Then came, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of other leagues. Respect to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to go down memory lane, but this is what happened. And there was an explosion because everybody was following each other and stuff. Some channels was making their own stars. Queen of the Ring was making their own stars and shit like that and blew the fuck up. It was the thing to do at that time. That's what we was doing, was battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And each and every battle rapper was coming different, had their different characteristics and profiles, like wrestling, had their different styles, had their different, you know what I'm saying, convey a different way to come at the fans and stuff like that with their bars. And, you know, even the fans was with it. It took the fans to champion battle rap around that era to create it and make it big on YouTube. YouTube is a big part. People say caffeine. Respectfully speaking, yes, but you got to big up YouTube. YouTube is such a big entity that has no face. People don't really give YouTube the credit it deserves. If it wasn't for YouTube, battle rap wouldn't have blown up the way it did to reach the masses. Because at one time, Direct, salute to Direct from Grind Time, he got shit on World Star. World Star was that big thing. They was getting views by the millions. Views, but World Star was a temporary entity. YouTube sustained throughout till today. From 2008 all the way to 2026, YouTube is still around. You can't, shit. It is what it is. It's up to battle rap to make it continue to be hot and can generate the views it once, you know, had back in those days. I know I got over 80 million views and stuff like that. I could stand tall with the URLs, RBEs, and King of the Dots. So is battle rap dead? I don't want to answer that generic question, yes and no, you know what I'm saying, without context. But I will say this, battle rap is thriving and is still alive. When I say thriving, I'm talking about people are still spitting bars to this day on different, subsidiary channels and still on URL. King of the Dot got, you know, World Dom. They just, you know, finished that up. Had some fire, you know, battles. Queen of the Ring may come around this year. RBE is in, from what I hear through the grapevines and talks on doing something. So, you know, it just got to evolve. And who makes it? Who makes that shit? Who makes it evolve? Debo? Well, It's got to evolve through the talent. The talent got to get better. The talent got to think different. The talent got to come across and convey to the audience different. Also, the league owners. Yes, let's blame the league owners, such as myself. How are you going to bring the product across to the masses for them to enjoy? A lot of people probably don't want to see a 40, 50, 70 hour year battle. They probably only want to see 20, 30 minutes. Let's say, 15 minutes tops. They want to consume their battles in a different way. And it's up to the league owners and the people that, have these channels to make that happen. So people could be like, oh, I like this now. I rock with this. So that's all it is, man. It just takes a little evolution. Just got to evolve into a better package and sold to the audience in a better. One thing I will say is what battle rap should have did a long time ago. Where all the egos put to the side and the pride put to the side and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They should have signed their artists, because a lot of artists that hop, skip, and jump on different leagues pretty much dwindle down their name and their likenesses and stuff like that. Pretty much some battle rappers weren't good on certain platforms where they were thriving on other platforms, and the platforms they thrived on or the leagues they thrived on, they should have stood there. Would have made their situation even that much bigger and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I was an advocate on leagues, keeping their talent where they're supposed to be and whatnot. They should have did that. Even the talent should have understood that, but they didn't want to understand that because money was abundant around that time. You could go in different leagues and get your money rocking and rolling and shit like that. People chose money over just plain, just how, for layman's term, money over just keeping your brand up, the upkeep of your brand, the curation of your brand and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, and stuff like that. Or you could just stand steadfast and just chill. And those thousands would have, somewhere down the line equate to turn 20, 30,000, if you will, because you're such in demand that people want to see you, that you can command that type of money. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. I seen a check. I'm gonna tell the story for another time, but I seen a check. I ain't gonna say what league it is, but you're gonna put it 2 and 2 together if you know what it is. I seen a 5-figure check up there for a certain battle rapper, and that was a deposit. That wasn't just the whole. That was a deposit. I was like, damn, shit. But man, listen, battle rap is gonna be battle rap, man. Some of us is gonna grow out of it, just like we grew out of wrestling and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We grew out of wrestling. We got jobs, we got families, we got things to do, and we can't give those type of entertainment platforms that much time and attention anymore and stuff like that. It's to pass it down to the new generation that have time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Kids in college, motherfuckers that sitting on the couch, don't got nothing to do, different things and shit like that. That requires time and just to sit and watch, then talk about it like a movie or something, if you will. So, the world is moving fast, man. It's moving fast. The world is moving on ADHD time. The world is moving on AI time. The world is moving on just things like you could just do anything with a quick second. So for you to just have to sit down and really focus and listen and focus and listen and shit, that's hard to do, man. And battle rap is a weird science. A lot of people, got to hear bars that got to put it together like puzzles and all that other stuff. People just want to be entertained at this point, man. They want to see somebody say, fuck you, then fuck you, and then we get to fighting and shit like that or whatever, man. That's the type of entertainment in the reality sense that we are today and whatnot. So if they want the entertainment fast, battle rap is not a fast piece of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? The face-offs is more, get more views damn near than the battles. Battle rap is not dead, man. It's around. It's just got to get better when it comes to the product, to the end result. And that's all it is. Did I answer your question? You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? DNA, what you think about that question? I mean, that answer. You know, I agree with you on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Some battle rappers want to be league owners. Some league owners want to be podcasters. You know, everybody's switching roles and shit like that, you know? But salute to the league owners, man, that had organization, that put things together, that had leadership. You know, I could shout them out. I ain't got no hate for nobody, man. You got your Beasleys, your myself, ARPs, Organic, O from Street Status, my man Hazy Rule, you know what I'm saying? Vague Babs, of course, my partners, you know, TK Gullies, rest in peace, Bishop, of course, Bishop, you know what I'm saying? Bishop Bagante. Yo, man, you got a lot of great cats out here, man. You know what I'm saying? My man Peso, you know what I'm saying? No Mercy. I could keep going. My man City from We Go Hard, of course. You know? Man, that's just pretty much it, man. You know, salute, man. And, you know, support battle rap the best way you can by just watching it via YouTube and shit, or just support your favorite league if you want them to keep going and whatnot. I don't think battle rap should take no 6-month reset, because people will forget about battle rap as soon as they take that 1 month off, you know? But yeah, man, it's just organization, man. That's all it is. It's gonna take that new cat that got time on his hands to do what they do and make shit happen. You know, I don't know if they're gonna do that with the older cats, because the older cats are set in their ways. They want X amount of dollars and all that stuff, and niggas don't got that type of bread for battle rap no more. Battle rap is not you. You know what I'm saying? Your top tier gonna be like, yo, give me 10. You're gonna be like, whew. I ain't got that, Playboy. Can you do it for like 2,300? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because as a business, it's hard to even put that together and shit like that, man. You paying 10 and you paying 5 here, you paying 2 here, the venue's 150. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, 1,500. You know what I'm saying? That you got to pay for travel, this, that, and the 30. You're not even guaranteed your money back. Who's gonna want to do an event? When's the last time you really see TBL on a high status with a high card like that? They might be working on something now, but they kind of fell back low key after that Cassidy and Easy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? With that, man, it's hard work out here, man. It's your boy Debo. I'm out.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go, and tell a friend about the Big Homie Show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.